Many landlords across New York State are wondering, will the eviction moratorium be extended once again? We believe. This is the Landlord Advocates, where we help landlords become better landlords. I'm your host, Matthew Lyman. Welcome. We believe it may not be extended. We're not holding out 100% hope that it will not be, but there are reasons why we believe it will not. And that is, the government has boasted that many New Yorkers have already received their first vaccine shot. And the only reason why they haven't received the second is that 1 month must pass before you get your second shot. Businesses are reopening across New York State. Businesses are opening across New York State. The government has allowed sports arenas to come back, movie theaters to come back, gyms to come back, outdoor venues to happen, restaurants to stay up until midnight. It should be longer, but that's just how the government is. But the perception is that the government is allowing things to come back. Unemployment across the United States is down to 6% as of March. The Labor Statistics, the Bureau of Labor Statistics have stated that. The April report will not come out for about another week or so. We believe that will be down. More people are going back to work. More people would be going back to work if the government stopped giving free money out so that more would go back to work. So the economy is opening back up. Therefore, evictions should also be allowed to happen. The eviction moratoriums should not be extended. There's another great reason that we believe that the courts may not, or that the government may not extend this moratorium, and it comes from Janet Fiore. Janet Fiore is the Chief Judge of New York State. Last week she put out a memo, and it reads something like this. We're not going to read the whole memo, just parts of it. It goes like this. Effective Monday, May 24th, all judges and court staff will be required to physically return to work in their assigned courthouses. It is time to return to our normal and full courthouse staffing levels in order to support the fuller resumption of in-person operations, including jury trials and other proceedings in court. The COVID vaccine now is widely available to New Yorkers over 16 years of age. The state is easing public health restrictions on indoor gatherings, and the economy is reopening in response to the continuing decline in COVID positivity rates and hospitalizations. Our plan is to restore full staffing in line with the state's reopening efforts and with the latest public health guidance. With all of what I've just said, there's no reason why the courts will not reopen and why evictions should not resume. Why? Well, it may not, and here's why. You have the likes of Jeffrey Dinowitz, assemblyman from New York, who's pushing forth the extension of the COVID-19 Emergency Eviction and Foreclosure Prevention Act of 2020 that was signed by Governor Andrew Cuomo at the end of December, giving tenants to the beginning of May 1st to stay in the apartments and not have any evictions. It's also being sponsored by Brian Kavanaugh, Senator Brian Kavanaugh of New York. Basically what they're looking for is the COVID-19 Emergency Eviction and Foreclosure Prevention Act of 2020 to be extended until August 31st, 2021. The context of the law, the reading of the law that's in place now is the same. They've just replaced May 1st with August 31st, 2021. Why? Why? Another 4 months of tenants not having to pay their rent, not having to be evicted, simply by signing this declaration of hardship that we have explained in another video, which we will have at the end of this video that you can see and watch on our channel. All they're going to do is sign it, nothing can happen to them, nothing at all. That's ridiculous in and of itself that that's even allowed, but it is what it is. There are lawsuits pending against New York State regarding that, and we will be producing a video on that in the coming week or so to let you to know what that lawsuit's all about. But they're pushing this forward. The only reason why we think that they may be doing this is to give tenants an opportunity to apply for the programs out there to help them pay their rent. Well, we and the landlord advocates have got arguments that you landlords can use against that idea. And here it is. These programs to pay the rent under the CARES Act, under the Trump administration, had millions of dollars available for landlords across the United States. There are millions of dollars available still from that program here in New York State. But here's the biggest question of them all. Why is it that this program to help tenants pay the rent to the landlords, to stop their evictions if the rent is paid, why was that program had expiration dates, not once, not twice, but 3 times? You apply by a certain day or you're cut off. You apply by a certain day, you're cut off. You apply by a certain day, you're cut off. Why would you do that if there's millions of dollars still available for landlords to get the rent paid from the tenants that owe them months and months and months worth of rent? Why would you do that? By doing so, you're provoking the landlord to put forth the evictions of their tenants who are not paying rent, an action that you don't want to have happen. So why did you shut it down and then not want to have evictions at the same time? It makes no sense. But then again, we're talking about the New York State Legislature that has had issues since the beginning of America. We won't get into all of that because we're not here for a history lesson. We're just letting you know that New York State Legislature has had issues since the beginning when the founding fathers were pending signing the Declaration of Independence. There was issues with the New York State Legislature. Those issues still exist today in 2021. Now, they can also mention the Emergency Rental Assistance Program under the Biden administration that is $25 billion available for landlords across the United States. But we did a video on that as well, and we have that at the end of this video for you to watch. Now that is not as great of a program as many people think it is. There are many, many, many municipalities across America that do not qualify for this money. Many in New York State will not see this money because there are qualifications that they do not meet. In our video that you will see up above shortly, that you can click on, we show you who can qualify for this money, what states and what municipalities in those states across the United States can apply. And New York State obviously is one of them that many, many municipalities cannot qualify for. So for Dinowitz in the Assembly and Kavanaugh in the Senate and their allies who will say they can apply for money, get the rent paid to you, that's not the facts. That's not the facts. And even if they want to use an argument, landlords, you can say these programs go back to mid last year of 2020. Tenants did not apply then, they didn't apply again. What makes you think they're going to apply now? They're not interested in applying. To pay you if they would have already done so. To them, this is just another present given to them by the New York State government, giving them not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 more months of not having to pay you any rent, giving you this declaration that they are so happy to do, and nothing you can do. If this is passed, which is going to committee on Tuesday, which is the 27th of April, you want to make sure that you contact your legislators and let them know that no, you can't, you gotta stop, you cannot allow this to be signed. If this were to be passed, and the governor signs it, which we hope he does not, but if he were, it could be 20, 22 months before you get your tenants out. And all that time frame, you had no money coming in to pay the mortgage, pay the taxes, pay the repairs, pay the code violations that you have to take care of, pay the insurance costs, but still harbor all of those expenses when the tenants do not have to pay you any money. The other argument that you can use, landlords, when you contact your legislators, is that many of these tenants have received all of these benefits from the government in the form of these major stimulus checks. And I, for one, have some tenants of mine that owe me over $10,000 in rent in the one house that they rent from me, and they received over $5,600 just in the last round of stimulus monies. Now, $1 came to me. So using that argument to your honor, Oh, gee, sorry, I think I'm in court right now. I'm not. Use that argument as well, landlords, when you contact your legislators and say you're on all of the money that they have received right along. None of it came to me to offset the rent that they owe. So what makes you think they're going to go and apply for all these programs? They're not. And even if they were intending to, they should have done so before. So if you extend this moratorium until August 31st, 2021 to give them time to apply, and they don't, are you going to give them more time to the end of December 2021 to apply? When does it end? It needs to end right now. These moratoriums must end right now. Governments are opening up. Businesses are opening up. We have it right here from the Chief Judge of New York State saying that it's time to open up, and they're opening up on May 24th. So contact your legislators. Do it right now, or after you watch the video. But contact them. Don't use it, oh, it's the weekend, or it's after hours, or whatever, when you see this. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear it. They have emails. They have phones. They have voicemail. Leave messages. Contact them on email. On the website, New York State government, you can go to the Senate and the Assembly. You can read about the bills. You can leave comments as we have done. We ask that you do the same thing. Contact social media. Reach out to social media. Let the whole world know how disgusting this is and how it cannot be extended any further. Landlords, as you know, as we say all the time, we are here with you. We are here for you. We're going to keep doing these videos and keep right on doing it to help you become a better landlord. We ask that you subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. That lets YouTube know that you like the video and you want other people to see it. Also, we ask for those of you who are watching this on Facebook, you like it on Facebook, and that we are greatly appreciative for. But we would like it if you went to YouTube itself and like the video on the YouTube channel itself, because then that will promote the channel and promote the video even more for landlords to be able to become more educated, because we need advocacy, we need help, and this is a way to make that happen. Landlords, until then, we wish you well and take care.